Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us this morning. At 9 o'clock a.m., we will close our social media and continue on Zoom only. Join us by getting your Zoom link at elizabethvisionaryconference.org. We'll be there until 10 a.m. You can join us now, and we'll see you in the Elizabeth Zoom room. Today, your hosts are Nawili Griffin, Lillie B., and Ayana Blair. Enjoy.
Good day.
Grand Rising, beautiful queens of this earth.
Grand
Moderators.
Rising.
Everyone, great day, great day. Happy
Great day.
birthday, day of expansion, wonder, and I call it magic, ruled by Jupiter, the sign of fortune. I don't want to call it good luck, but fortune. The day of expanding our consciousness about what it is we desire. And today we're going to be talking and having a guest on that helps us to externally, externally, remember to always have sweetness in your life. So will be one of our guests who will remind us that the sweetness that we have within, it does and can translate to what is without. Doesn't mean we have to eat another donut per se, but that we can, in balance and in harmony, take in all of that sweetness, all of that love. So I want to pass the baton for words of love and light to Lillie B. or Ayana, who is on the line, and giving thanks for everyone who has tuned in and abreast of what we're doing today. Thank you, my sisters.
Absolutely. Sorry, one moment. Trying to get this camera to work.
Okay.
Having a bit of a technical difficulties. Grand Rising, my loves.
Great day. Great day. Great to hear you.
Flavorful Creations will be here as our special guest today. Lillie B, you look nice. Look at your earrings.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, Flavorful Creations will be our guest today. I can't wait to listen and absorb and just hear what they have to say. Their name, as two of them, I believe.
Well,
it's a husband coming on.
It's a husband and wife team. The wife, as far as I know, is the one that will be on.
Okay.
So, yes.
So her name is Shar.
Sarah, I just Sarah. I'm not, but I
call
it.
Miss Shar.
Sarah.
Sarah. Okay, let me look at it. I don't know. I'm sorry, you guys. 1 second. Let me take a gander.
They're located on Russell Street, Detroit, Michigan, 48207. And they have, you said that's the Eastern Market?
Yeah, that's Eastern Market. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Cool. I didn't even know that.
I'll just a little background how I met them. Easter Market is my go-to Saturday ritual. I just love being around the people and the produce, the flowers, and it's my walk, part of my exercise. And so next door, one of the stalls I go to often is called Radical Plants. And so I always saw and felt this energy from these two beautiful sisters. They always had on bright colors, a beautiful display, and it was inviting, but it looked like sweets. So I was kind of like, nah, I got my little vegan donut place I go to in Eastern Market. But one day I just kind of slid over to their stall. And I commented on their clothing, which was so beautiful. And the next thing I was like, so what are you guys, vending? What do you sell? So we have rum cake. So as a past experience with rum raisin ice cream, I wasn't really moved to said rum cake. I was like, okay. And then she said, we have a vegan pineapple coconut or something. I was like, yeah, support a sister. I said, I one of those. And it was a small like loaf. And I bought it. She gave me a sample. It was delicious. You know, you could tell it was made with love. And I was so proud of them in that moment of just, you know, showing up and showing out with a beautifully packaged and displayed product. It really inspired me and motivated me. And every time I'm able to connect with someone that inspires and motivates me, I want to share with other people. So that's how I met her, and I kind of been buying the product. I don't buy it every week. I like space it out because, you know, we got to have balance. I always say I'm going to eat it with a cup of tea. It never makes it to the teapot, but that's okay. It's intention. It's intention. So, yeah, so that's how I met her. So I'll let you read the bio before she comes on that she's shared with us. But I want to ground us in our sweetness, our love, our peace, and our harmony with a little breath meditation. Yes, affordable housing. Thank you. Sorry, that was something that just came. So sorry about my screen. So we're going to start off with some alternate nostril breathing, and also alternate nostril breathing, of course, is to balance the body. We're going to do it on our left and our right side, closing off the nostril. So I'm just going to demonstrate. So you're going to, with the thumb or the index finger, we'll close off the right nostril, inhale through the left, suspend or hold it for a moment, release the right, close off the left, and exhale out of our right. So we'll do that with our right side. I should say with our left, starting off, closing off the right side, and then we'll do it with our left side. So I'm going to pull out my trusty timer. We're going to do about a minute on each side. And just knowing and sensing the power and the presence of the Creator, the Holy Spirit, Mother, Father, God, whatever we choose to call that higher, that greater sense of power that is us, that is within us. We just give thanks for this time today, for our gathering, for all the words that are spoken, for all the meditations that are revealed, and for all the visions, dreams, and goals that are yet to unfold. But yet we know are unfolding in and on time. We step forth this day knowing that divine timing, divine right action, divine grace, all of it is happening, and that everything is happening in its own and perfect way and time. Let's inhale, just take in a deep breath let's relax our palms at our lap, close our eyes, focus between the eyebrows at what we call the brow point or the third eye. That is our place of intuitive knowingness and just truly accepting all of it right here and now. Let's inhale through our nostrils, big breath. Suspend it for a moment. Thank that breath. Exhale and release it. And let's take in another deep breath. Inhale. Suspend it or hold it and release it. And one more deep breath. Inhale. Suspend and hold it and release it. Exhale. And to begin our alternate nostril breathing, taking the thumb or index finger, let's close off the right nostril. Inhale through the left. And close off the left, exhale through the right. And continue your process.
We just do alternate, you just switch over.
Yes, for a minute, we're doing closing off the right, exhale out the right, and then we're going to close off the left, alternate, exhale out the left. So right now it's the right. Inhale with the closed nostril, release the right, close off the left, exhale out your right. And then switch back, close off the right, inhale through the left. Release the right, close off the left, exhale out the right. And continuing. And closing off the right, inhale through the left. Release the right, close off the left, exhale out your right. Just relax that right hand for a moment. And inhale. Exhale your breath. And let's do that lovely thing called balance. Take the left thumb or left index finger. We're going to close off the left nostril. Inhale through our right. Release the left, close off the right, and exhale out your left nostril. Again, closing off the left nostril. Inhale through your right. Release the left, close off the right, exhale through your left. And let's continue. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Take your time. And last round, close off your left nostril, inhale through your right. Release the left, close off the right, exhale through your left. Relax your palms at your lap for a moment. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale, stretch your arms up over your head, wiggle fingers, hands, shake it out as you exhale. How's everybody feeling? Hope that opened up something for you.
Mm-hmm.
Breath is our life. You know, when teaching yoga, just saying simple things like, if you're not breathing, you're not alive. And people will be like, oh, yeah, that's kind of right. But, you know, my story is the breath work is what really caught me, grabbed me in yoga to assist my growth and my expansion in my life. I realized from the sport of tennis that I was playing, and I've told the story, I wasn't breathing. So you can have, success and hold your breath, but if you don't release the things to be released, it's like you keep filling a pipe and there's no expansion. There's no way for it to flow through. So that's like what I liken to my experience thus far with pranayama and breath exercises. And we all know those places and spaces, especially as Elizabeth, as women, as sisters, where we hold our breath, or things that take your breath away. We so easily say those things, but I should say, and to replace and balance those things out, we have to release. We have to exhale. And of course, I think about the movie Waiting to Exhale. What a good symbolic movie of releasing and letting go of your fears, your worries, those things that you have allowed in and think and allow to fill up a space, and think in the moment it is so important. So I'm also going to start out with a reading from my daily own book. You guys know it's one of my favorite books. So I actually let it call forth what I am to read by going through the pages. Y'all all know that exercise. So let's see what we got today. Oh. And if I've read it already, and I guess we're supposed to read this, it's supposed to be said again. Potential of growth, seeds for living. When we look at a giant sequoia tree, it's hard to imagine that it grew from a tiny seed no bigger than a flake of oatmeal. Wow. Conversely, to hold such a thing as a seed in our hands and comprehend that contained within it is the blueprint for an entire forest of trees that will surpass the human lifespan by centuries is enough to stun the mind into silence. As tiny as that seed is, we are somehow even more so. Yet we are grown seeds in our own right, originating in our mother's wombs in a form too small to be seen with the naked eye, imbued with the same miraculous life force as sequoias. We drop our own seeds in the form of our children or creative projects, which go on after we pass from the earth with them. The environment in which seeds grow also influences them. A tree on a windswept mountain will have longer branches in the direction the wind blows. A houseplant will grow toward the window where the light comes in. The type of plant grown is in the seed, but the shape it takes is due to its environment. Similarly, we are the products of both our genetic material and the sorting of nurturing we receive during childhood. At the same time, we are always in the process of growth. Always. Now it is up to us to provide the right surroundings for ourselves. A lovely ritual to perform as an act of self-love is to plant a bulb or seed in a pot and allow it to be a symbol of your intention to nurture yourself. Remember that you were once smaller than that tiny seed. Honor how amazing you have gotten as far as you have. I'm going to read that again. Honor how amazing you are to have gotten as far as you have. Plant a piece of paper in the soil stating your intention to provide yourself with everything you need now to continue to grow strong and beautiful. Each time you water the seed, talk to it, or move it to a more beneficial location, you are honoring and fostering your own expansion. Ashe today.
Ashe today.
Any comments on that? And I think I'd like to take this moment, and I guess you could call it tooting your horn. I guess you could call it, but I'm going to read where it says, honor how amazing you have gotten as far as you have. And I just want to take this moment for everybody to chime in with one or two things to honor themselves about how amazing you are to have gotten as far as you have in this moment, right here, right now, today. Oh, Lillie B wearing that. I'm gonna start with Lillie B. She came to Make It Magic yesterday and she finished her head wrap, which she had been carrying in her purse for a minute, and she's wearing it now. So I want to start with her with a statement or two about how amazing, to honor yourself right now, about how amazing you are to have gotten to this moment.
I am so thankful and humbled to have gotten to this very moment, just period in life. I'm going to continue to push and pursue. And my scarf. So I'm going to unwrap it so you guys can see it because I'm proud of it. I've had it in my purse for about a month. I'll give it 1 month.
But she completed it. Yes.
Yeah.
And it was just pieces that I needed to sew together. But it's a double-sided head wrap. Let's see. I'll show you one side. So this is one side, and this is the end of it. So I just took pieces that Nawili had so much fabric, you guys, so much. And we just took pieces and created. And this is the other side. It looks totally different. So you're gonna start right there and it travels down to this long strip. And of course, had to have semi-identical ends, but yes, I finally got a chance to put it together and I am so happy about that because I love it. Now Nawili made one and it was just beautiful. Like she wrapped her hair and she did it so quick. I was like, I need one of those. She said, oh, you want to make, we can make these and da-da-da-da-da. She got the fabric going. She pulled the sewing machine out. Listen, Nawili has the crafts. Yesterday, I assisted her with something and she has everything. Everything she needs, she has. And if she doesn't have it, it will be provided. Right now, Nawili?
Ashe today. Yes.
So
yeah.
I'm thankful and grateful that I got a chance to finish my scarf and that I did a wonderful job. It came together beautifully. Each piece, I believe, symbolized me. All these colors, this is definitely me, my style. You guys are going to be seeing this scarf. I'm going to have more, don't worry. Me and Nawili got a plan. Let us know if you want one. But yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful just to have time to do this because, like I said, I carried it around for about a month, and to be able to make time and have time to do it, and it was a peaceful event, and I did more than one craft. Proud of me. Yeah.
Yes. Day to day. Thank you,
Yes.
Lillie.
Yes. No problem.
Yeah. And it's amazing how Ayana says something like making it on the pieces of your life. And I guess I have that literally. And I'm probably a lot like Mama Evelyn and all of us in our own way, is we will take those pieces and piece them in our piece.
Yes.
Create something more beautiful than we could ever. And that's such a gift between Atuni and her music. That green, it ain't just one note, it's her movement. She put all them pieces together. She'd be looking beautiful and she'd be singing. And it's a piece, such a piece that we are, just able to access and share in our lives. So thank you, Lillie B. I'm so excited for you.
Yes, I appreciate you. Yeah. I didn't hear you.
I was just saying it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I love it. It's so cute and colorful. I'm like, the pieces came together wonderfully. I seen it in my head. I slowly got my little strips together because you have to be patient when you're selecting your pieces of fabric. And this was a process and I'm thankful for it. I love to make me more. Nawili's going to show me and keep on pushing.
Yes. The best is coming. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Keep your eyes open, ladies.
And make your order.
Yes.
Yeah, place your order.
Yes. There we go.
Um,
Anyone else?
Queen, you want to go next?
Of moi, there's
Vu.
so many queens here.
Queen, Queen.
Yeah, and Nawili, you are breaking up bits and pieces. Your sound is breaking up.
I don't know why I'm not connected to any other device. Oh, maybe because I need to charge my phone.
That might work. That might help me give it a little boost there.
Okay, let me see. Okay. I think that was it. I heard the little noise. Okay. All righty.
All right. All right. So let me see the pieces of my life, pulling them all together. I would say what I'm very proud of is in my whole life, I've gotten ideas and in all areas of creativity, business ideas. And when they would come out, the spirit would tell me, you know, like, what do I do with this? He said, file it. And then there was one day when I said, so what am I going to put in this space? And the spirit told me to pull the files out. So all those pieces of fabric, Lillie, all those pieces of fabric of my ideas of business, and my ideas of business is fun. They're fun, you know, not just, but and pull them all together and to see over all the years of not only the business idea coming together, but the people that have that desire is part of their vision as well. To see it all come together, and the special part of that is that I am not afraid of it. I am, it's such a big project, but it was given to me in pieces and pieces, you know, like you bite, how you eat an elephant, you bite one bite at a time. So to see them all coming together and the people coming together and then their desire and their joy when they speak about their part of it, you know, like when I just have to keep going back to Lillie B, that as she picked a piece, I know she smiled. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, yeah. And it's now really went around finding, oh, but here, you can hear, here. And just the joy of it all coming together. That's where I'm at right now. And I'm very appreciative and I'm very proud of myself. And it gives me even more sensitivity to the spirit and listening and doing, listening and doing. So that's what I'm very, very proud of. I know where it's not my anointing, that area, and being more keen to who I am and what I can do and what I can't do and what I choose not to do. I can do that, but I choose to let someone else do that. So learning to stay in my anointing, yet being able to manage it all and pull it together. I am very, very proud of my 69-year-old self, about to be 70. And we've been rolling it out. But manifestation is here. I can see each part of it. And I see the people that come into my life that will, you know, allow me and help me to live my life with finesse and purpose. Thank you.
I shake
today.
We applaud you, Queen Aduni. Ahene, is that you? You better unmute yourself, Miss DMV.
Yes, it is I.
Oh, good for you. How are you?
I am wonderful. I am at the beach. in North
Okay, that's what I'm
Carolina.
talking about.
This is much needed. And since I think the last time that I've actually been on, 'cause I think one other time after I was a guest I was on, I think I watched on Facebook, my massage business has boomed. Everything has just been crazy. So I just haven't been available at this time in the morning. And so since I'm on vacation, I said, well, let me see what the Elizabeths are doing.
Come on, come on.
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome,
Yeah.
welcome.
So I'm sorry to be late, but I feel like I'm on time
You
because I
are.
heard enough to understand that there's something going on spiritually and that we're all connected.
Yes.
And that what I'm hearing through what everyone is saying is that we are all being obedient and listening and taking divine inspired action.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So that's what I was able to pick up from the little bit that I did hear,
Okay.
because that's an important part of manifestation.
Yes. So we want to honor you by allowing and just saying, letting you honor. What are you proud of that you have accomplished or allowed to unfold in your life right here and now? What?
Right here and now, the thing that's most of the unfoldment for me is internal. It's internal, but it's only physical in the sense, not that we overcome our sensation to what's happening around us because we're human, right?
Yes.
So the biggest thing that I've gotten lately is to maintain trust, to remain calm, to acknowledge my humanity when fears come up and not run away with it, but to always be in a state of inner peace and trust. Because
Yes.
I have found that when I let my humanity run away with me, that I don't hear when to take divine inspired action. Like even this whole trip was manifested.
Yes.
And I even tried to cancel, but here I am. Here I am, and I just decided to trust that everything would be okay.
Yes.
To trust that I would find a way to pay for repairs on my car. To trust that I would have money. As a matter of fact, I got paid while I was here for some work that I did. So I feel like I've come a long way. I no longer try to fight what I'm feeling. I'm feeling what I'm feeling. It's valid to feel what I feel. But my constant inner state has to be a state of trust and belief in what I say I believe in. And so when I find myself veering off course or letting the fear of lack or anxiety try to take me out to sea, I just remind myself that the creator had me every other time there was a perceived problem. So why would he not have me this time?
Ashe today. Ashe, Ashe. You look so beautiful and relaxed.
Thank you. And the epiphany I got just yesterday sitting on the beach is that it's good for me to get my hustle on, but I need to make more time for this. But just sitting and doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Balance. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Oh, wow. So
I'm so glad I caught y'all today.
And I got to ask, have you seen Fauna?
I have not, but I woke up with her on my mind. So she's on the list next to call.
Okay. Beautiful. Yeah.
Same
I woke
here.
up with her on my mind.
Yeah, I've been thinking about Fauna.
Me too.
Like just disappeared. Nobody's connected with her.
Yeah.
Since she was
this
in
morning,
Detroit.
before I got on with you guys, she was like pressing on my. Usually when I think about somebody like that, I feel them either on my chest or on my forehead. She's on my forehead this morning. So when I get off, I'm gonna call and check on her.
All right. Yeah. Let her know we love her and we miss her and we know everything's in divine order. So we trust.
Yes.
She is all right where she is. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, thank you for being on. It's so good to see you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I will be
good to see all of you all too. I was disappointed I wasn't able to come out. The timing was off for me, but I really do want to come out and visit.
Oh, yay. Yeah. There's a lot of great things coming up in Detroit. Just come whenever you feel like coming. There's wherever you are, we'll find you. You'll find us.
All right.
We know this.
Thank you.
Yeah, we know this. So I'll be living in Maryland the month of November subbing yoga classes.
Ooh, okay.
Like next.
I
Yeah.
will definitely see you for that. Definitely.
All right. Blessings. All right. Mama Evelyn, you is next.
Oh, say the question again.
All righty. I want you to toot your horn and honor yourself, how amazing you be, and what makes you amazing. What have you felt that, yeah, I just want to say, Evelyn, thank you. Yeah, you done it. That's what I want to hear.
Well,
Besides forcing yourself to wake up this morning, because you can see that.
well, yeah, because it was weird.
Okay.
'Cause I went to bed late and I had this. Oh, I haven't been on a plane. I guess, it was like my ear was blocking, that popping.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it kept doing that all night. And I had to stuff my ear with some tissue in order to go to sleep because it didn't hurt, but it was like annoying. So it's not happening now. And I think I'm proud of the fact that I got up this morning, and I get up every morning now and with the intention set the intention to take care of me first. I don't feed the cats first. I don't wash the dishes first. I go right into the bathroom and take care of me.
I say.
Because I realize if I go down, I can't help nobody else.
I say.
And so, yeah, just looking out for me and the way I feel and acknowledging the way I feel. Sometimes, when your funds aren't right and you don't have transportation, you feel kind of isolated. And I realized that I'm not going to sit in a place of, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? It's like this is like, and I just say, it'll get better. And I just go and do a craft. I just go into a project because there's nothing I've done all I can do. I've done all I can do. And I have to staying in that vibration of it's going to be okay.
Already all right.
Even with, my daughter, I love her to death, but sometimes she just got negative stuff. And I just say, it'll be okay. And I just come in my room and close the door. I'm not hearing that. She wants me to watch this new Game of Thrones thing. And I'm like, it's too much blood and gore, man. I don't want to put my, no, I'm watching shows about where the savior of the world is a Black girl who's 16 years old. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at, shows where, kick-ass women and, we taking over the world. That's what I want to, That's what I want to fill my mind with. I don't want to look at, the doom and gloom of Game of Thrones. I mean, it's a good show, but
it is what it is.
No, thank you.
I say.
So.
And you are beautifully and wonderfully made. So I love that you honor yourself every morning. Exercise I started doing, I don't know, before I got to Detroit, I started thinking of when did I feel like Supergirl, I can do this, I got on a cape. And I remember when I became a cheerleader, I felt so empowered, my little dress on, my little silver megaphone with my name. So every morning I look in the mirror and I was like, and we call ourselves Pom Pom Girl. I said, girl, good morning, Pom Pom Girl. And that fills me with that place and space. I felt so good. And I was like, okay, Pom Pom Girl, I'm taking you into this moment, the next moment, the next moment, the next moment. And, I try to remember that place where that feeling I can take into right now and let it just fuel my beingness. And so, thanks for sharing that. It's so beautiful. And on the tip of our children, that's so funny that all of us have had stories where they push that button and it could have been just for a little while, a little bit longer. But I love that you go in your room. That's your healthy boundary. And this morning, my son called me, and y'all know all I've shared. He called me, and when I saw I had a missed call and he called early, I knew either I could not return the call or not. But I know he's in a situation where he and his girlfriend or mate are trying to move. So I said, let me respond. So I called, and he was on one, and I found myself getting in a screaming match with him just after I'd done my breath work, just after I'd done my gratitude work, before I even got off my back. And at a point, I just start saying, you're love, you're love, I started doing this mantra, and he's like, could you stop doing that? And I was like, you're love, you're love. I started getting louder in response to his, like, on his journey, whatever. He had drank something, and he goes super vent. Super. When I say it with a Gemini, those of you know Gemini, super vent, because they're the communicators. I want you to hear this. And so I just kept on saying, you are loved, 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 you are loved. And then I sent him a text, said, you are loved, forgive yourself. I forgive, you are loved, that's all. And I got off and I blocked his number. That's what I have to do for a few hours. That's my healthy boundary for him. Ahene, you have a comment?
Gonna say, how did you know I had a comment? Because I didn't mean to unmute. I'm just laughing because I'm a Gemini. You know how it is when we get fixated on something.
Yes, fixation. That's the word. Fixation is good. In the hood.
So it's a good thing when it's on something positive, but it's not a good thing when it's on something negative. So I was just laughing because I'm a Gemini, and I'm a Gemini with a Gemini rising. So I feel for your son.
Yes, I feel for him, and hymns for the hymns. Highly intelligent male model. I'm just like, that's how I feel. So
He'll work that out though. For me, it don't feel good to feel fixated like that.
Yeah. He gets tired. I know, I can feel it. Yeah.
But he'll be all right.
Yep. Thanks for sharing that, sis. I did. My old script was, oh my gosh, go back to how you have attracted this. What have you have done? What are you? And I was like, I love you. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm sorry. Whatever. I'm not sorry, but I'm forgiving. And I let it go. Yeah. So thank you, Gemini Magic. All right. Miss Lillie, would you like to share? Are you able to unmute, or you're in like Flint? Hey, beautiful girl.
I'm doing my hair, y'all.
I love it.
So yeah, but to my horn, let's see. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. Well, yesterday, my siblings, shout out to Gemini, my little brother's a Gemini. My siblings and my mother came over my apartment it wasn't my brother's first time, but it was my sister and my mom's first time. And it's really interesting because my little sister has a temper and she has anxiety because everything has to be perfect. She's a Virgo. And my mom, she feeds off the energy, and then she starts kind of like picking, and she's like, well, this should be this way, this and this, and then what about? And I'm like, oh goodness. And then my little brother is like taunting everybody a little bit, and it's just like, oh my goodness. And so before, it would be harder for me to handle that situation, especially being, trying to have peace in my space, but being able to have grown and be in a space where I can learn how to control the energy has been really awesome. Allowing people to deep breathe, even though my mom, she was like, it's unnecessary. I was like, everybody's doing it. Let's just breathe. So starting to deep breathe and handle that was beautiful. And then also just like, but when I moved here, this is all related, but when I moved here back home to Detroit from New Orleans, I was living with my sister, and I didn't have a car, and all of that. And so eventually we're here now where I was able to have my own car and my own space and make it the way I wanted to without the help of a partner I had at one point. And it felt really good to have my mom be like, hey, can I sit on your bed and listen to this word that I'm listening to? Or can I like go sit in your meditation room and just chill out? And it felt really good that I was able to create this type of serene space that my mom could be in, and that I worked hard to get to this point. So yeah.
Beautiful. Ashe today. Proud of you, beloved. That's so awesome. Like you. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Nawili,
Yes, ma'am.
break in for a second. There's someone here on the iPhone. Could
Yeah,
you
I
let
see
me know
that.
who you are so we can put a name to you?
iPhone 2.
iPhone 2.
Yes.
Who are you?
Goes the song.
2. You're the only one that's on the iPhone, so can you just share who you are? Okay. Okay.
Oh, all right. And so that is okay. Yana Pooh, would you like to share?
Ashe today, ladies. Ashe today.
Thank you.
What makes me awesome?
Turn your video on, baby, because I seen you and you look beautiful.
She said, I think you.
I seen you. Thank you.
Hello, hello, Grand Rising again.
Beautiful.
What makes me, I say what makes me awesome, but
I like that.
to answer the question, my adaptability, that's what came to mind. Me being able to adapt to different situations and to adapt to different things, situations. Um, it's it stems from childhood and then school. Everything in my life has just been like, oh, here, there, here, there. So adaptability is what
Beautiful.
is I appreciate for myself, being able to um, go from a portable to an entire school to a college, from a college to a school, and this type of thing, from different spaces, from different classes, from middle class, low class, high class, all those things. Being able to adjust and adapt to different people, different strokes, different folks, right?
Yes.
To understand different people and be able to communicate with different people. Also, my business. My business. I'm gonna push it. I try to. My mom said I can sell water to a fish because that is me. I am motivated when it comes to um, leaving a legacy, a memory. The school I graduated from, my high school was called Legacy High School. So making that memory or leaving that legacy is really one of my goals. Everybody leaves their own legacy and stuff like that and memories behind. I want mine to be great. That, oh dang, she could do anything she wanted to when she put her mind to it. Like my teachers said. They said I gotta stop doing the bare minimum, just passing because I can do better. They see me do better. I'm like, well, I work and I go to school at the same time. So you want me to pass, you want me to do better, that's gonna leave me lacking in another area, but I can adapt. So that's what I did.
I see.
And I thank my parents and my grandparents and my schooling systems, all of them from top to bottom, from the Michigan school systems, of me learning that that wasn't for me, and from the other school systems that I was in, it was just adapting all my life. All my life, I fight, understand, and learn, relearn, unlearn, learn different ways.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I say today.
Say.
Wow. Out of the mouths of babes. Do we need to hear that?
Mhm.
You know, thank you, Yana. Thank you so much. Needed to hear that. Wow. That's
Now, Mrs.
are you complete, Yana?
Yes, I'm complete. Miss Sarah, that might be Miss Sarah that's on iPhone 2.
When I touched on it, it seemed, well, it might be. So I'm gonna keep moving.
Ladies, I am iPhone 2. My phone is going in and out
Oh,
because
Juanita.
I'm out
Oh,
and about.
Lolita. Okay.
Oh,
Alita. Yes,
oh,
I'm sorry because I couldn't respond. My phone is going in and out. I don't know. So I said I'll just wait till I can get in.
okay.
Thanks,
But
babe.
But I have to say, because it's going in and out, I don't exactly know what you all are commenting about. I was
okay.
still trying to get that.
Okay, so we are actually tooting our own horn, so to speak. We're talking about and honoring each other, what we have been amazing about or proud of in our lives thus far to this point today in this moment. So
Wow.
that's what we're sharing. I love, if you heard any of what Ayana said, it was about adaptability, her being adaptive throughout her life from a child to a young, budding, blooming mom to be. So that's what she just shared about being able to adapt in all situations and circumstances. So I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that's what we're sharing. So if you want to share, the flow is yours.
I don't care to share it this time. Thank you,
Okay.
ladies.
No, Groove, we honor you right where you are. All groovy. Okay, Star Bright, would you like to share? Good day. Good day,
Hello.
Star.
Hello.
Hello.
What am I sharing? What I'm proud of myself about?
Yeah, what you proud of yourself about, girl?
I am proud of myself that I have come this far and I still have my sanity,
Ah.
at least in my mind. I
I
still
just
have.
that depends on that depends.
I love that. Yo, man.
I still have my sanity in my
Sanity
mind.
is overrated.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
But in class, in the class that I'm taking last night, one thing that I realized is that back when I was in depression and all of that other stuff that comes along with it, that was a lot of work. I was all stressed out and worried and anxiety and all that stuff. And dealing with all that is a lot of work. And so I'm proud of myself because I let it all go. And yes, it took a while because it comes in stages. Your freedom comes in stages because it has to come to your mind and stay there long enough for you to realize that you can be free. Like I said, I had to let everything go. And people have said things to me about, how to be free and all of that. And it did not go to waste. So I want to mention that to anybody who has planted seeds in a person and they act like, or it seems like they did not hear you, but they did. They just not ready, they had to put it on the shelf. And when it was time, they went to the shelf and they got it off. They got it out. They got
Yes.
it off the shelf and they did what they needed to do with it, because you never know where a person is in their mind at any given moment. So it was a journey. I do not regret the journey because it has helped me to be who I am today. So I am proud of myself that I am on the other side of the tunnel, in the light, and looking forward to living life, because I didn't want to. And I'm glad God didn't let me leave. So that is what I am proud of myself about, that I could stand here and look back and see where I have come from. And I can use it to minister to and help somebody else who's still in the tunnel.
Yes.
Just, I heard somebody say something about a cheerleader. Be a cheerleader and help them know, yeah, you can make it, you can do it, you can get it done. So it is what I'm proud of myself about.
Today, yay, Star.
Hey, today.
Yes. Ayana, you want to chime in? Is it 9?
Oh no, I wasn't trying to interrupt the shade star. Shade.
Shay. I think I saw Omani.
Yeah.
Hey, beautiful.
Hey, everybody. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning.
This is so funny. That was in our read last night. God don't need your appreciation, you do. And I really thought about that, and I was like, when was the last time I appreciated myself? I went, wait a minute. Oh, and I brought myself to tears yesterday, appreciating myself. So I brought it to the circle last night, and I took something from you guys and put it in my circle last night. Okay, everybody, give yourself a hug. And so yeah, so the thing that Star talked about, how you plant seeds. Star is somebody I planted seeds in. Like, Star would be depressed. I didn't know she was depressed at the time, and I would be all up in her face, girl, and da. She'd be like, oh my God. But it was something about Star. I just loved her, and I wanted her to love me back. She'd be like, oh, get away. But I always had this affinity for her. So to come back on here and get reconnected with her, it's like when she said today that seed, I'm like, I planted a good seed in Star.
Yes.
So that's like really cool for me. But the thing I really want to acknowledge and appreciate myself for is I started I had a dark night of the soul. It started like maybe in 2004, but I didn't know what it was. 5, 6. It wasn't until 2007 I got what it was. So for those 3 years I was in hell. And then I got that I was in the wilderness. I was having a dark night of the soul, but there was nobody around me who knew how to get me the hell out of it. So I started getting myself out of it. And one thing I did was I read the Course in Miracles, but that was in 2007. And I read the Course in Miracles twice by myself. And Spirit was like, okay, now teach the class. And I wouldn't for a long time. But then one day I was doing mirror work and my spirit was like, if you do my will, I'll give you what you want. What? Well, what you want me to do? I want you to start a circle. What the hell? Okay, y'all, circle. I'm doing a circle. One come, people just came and they've been coming ever since. But the thing about the dark night of the soul, how I was able to get up from 2007 till now, how I could continue to walk and continue to journey no matter what my circumstance or situation said. Because y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all this, but I don't live with 26 of my friends. But my blessing is that I got 26 friends I can live with. That's my blessing. And given who I was for them, they was fighting over whether I was gonna come live with them next. I'm like, this ain't no game. I need a place to stay. Y'all tripping. But for them, it was an opportunity for me to come and hang out with them and coach them and inspire them, even as I was struggling. However, the thing I want to share is what had me continue the journey till now through everything was where I was headed. And where was I headed? In the wilderness, when the Israelites were in the wilderness, they were headed to the land of milk and honey. They were headed to the promised land. Okay, God, I can get up for that. I'm headed to the promised land. Well, I want you to know God delivers on his promise, because next month I'm going to Egypt, y'all, for 12 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the promised land. I'm going to the land of milk and honey. I'm going with someone who goes every year, and we're going inside of the pyramids, and we're going to visit the 7 temples along the Nile that represent the 7 chakras. So I am proud of myself that not only am I going, I got fruit to take with me. And my fruit are my students and my participants in my course. So I'm super stoked. So it's for me, my appreciation is by their fruits, you shall know them.
Oh, shit. Mm-hmm.
I'm complete.
Mm-hmm. I say. I say today.
Y'all taking me to church this morning.
Say today, y'all.
I thought I was just checking to see what y'all were up to.
I was sharing with the sisters that I don't know who was talking to. I'll probably Star, that our days in my life, my days are so much, I don't know, it's kind of smooth and stuff, because we talk about the Creator every day, every morning. We're talking about the Creator, and some way or another, whichever way it comes, we're talking about and giving gratitude and giving thanks and sharing what's going on in our lives and stuff. And we always give that honor to one another, but of most of all, up to the Most High. And that just kicks your day off. It's like, if you just hold on to that, nothing can enter in, because I can remember what Nawili has said the other day that helped me through that. I can remember what Ayana is sharing. I can remember those little nuggets that can come back to me throughout the day, no matter what I'm dealing with. So if I think about calm, cool, and collective, I can think about Mama Evelyn. Boom, grounded, boom. Go there, Sheila, boom, and just, and so that just gives me, joy. It gives me joy. This is cool, man. Sister man. Cool, so man.
I share today.
I say today. And even those moments when it's very, because we sense one another when someone goes there emotionally, and we just undergird them. I love it. We just undergird. We don't cut them off. We're sensitive to them, and just like, okay, all right, we need to undergird, because she's about, and I don't want to say that she's falling apart. She's experiencing what she's experienced, but we're not falling apart because we're crying and things are coming at us and we're feeling it and stuff. We can undergird one another in that. And speaking of undergirding, my great nephew's girlfriend is in the hospital right now, miscarriaging. So we want to, in the midst of a miscarriage. So we want to just support her and him in that movement when the child decided not to come for whatever that reason is. But yeah, we just here. I say today.
I share today. I'm on the phone this morning. Yay.
Yeah. And was here early too. Nawili. We don't hear you, baby.
You're muted.
No, not Wheelie. She's on mute.
No, Lillie, you're still on mute.
Okay, I'm going to check on our guest, and so maybe you could play her song that she. Oh, sounds like Andre. Oh, that's on Lily's song.
Oh,
Okay,
that's me. I thought I was muted. I'm sorry.
Landrell.
Yep, that's me in the background,
Yeah,
guys. Sorry about that.
his voice. So I'm going to check on our guest, and she asked that we play one of her favorite songs, which is "People Make the World Go Round." The version that's instrumental by Richard Elliott. Oh, I didn't say what I'm proud of myself. I'm just proud of myself that I show up, and that my purest intention is to come from love and joy, and I'm proud of myself. Just that I do that consciously every day in the best way I can. And I'm so proud of my energy I have in my being. Cause there are numbers on paper, like, Queen Aduni, and I say I call it 6.9 going into 7.0. That the numbers mean and they don't. And prime example of that, I was so proud of myself yesterday, and Lillie got to witness it. I did a phone conference, so to speak, with one of my primary doctors in Los Angeles. And I found out that my numbers, according to them on paper, show that I should still be taking this medication for thyroid disease, which I've taken myself off more than 60 days ago. And that, I have the diagnosis of anemia also, not the regular anemia, some other kind of anemia. But I was so proud of how I handled myself and stood in my truth. No, I'm not taking your medicine. Yes, I am seeking the marriage between Eastern and Western. No, I am, and yes, I am standing in my truth that I can be healed. And yes, this is what I am willing to do. And I was so proud of myself, the way I handled myself, because I was at peace. I was calm. I was cool. I was collected. I was doing it. And I felt really proud of myself, how I handled it. It wasn't any anxiety or fear or worry. I know that I'm healing. I know that I'm growing, and I'm perfectly fine with it. And so I'm grateful for that I have about me, where I can, in situations, just be and see and know the truth. So yeah, that's my piece. So anyone else on? Because I was talking. Thank you. Thank you. I saw some. Okay, so maybe we're going to play the song. I'm going to check on our guest. And yeah, sounds like a groove thing.
Yeah, I think Nawili, since she requested that song, that she should be here when I play it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we can share about some other things, Queens. Let me see. Pam, Star, you got something that you want to share with us?
I can share her bio, our guest for
Yeah,
today.
I'd rather her be here so it flows right from her into her song, and then because we can wait till she gets saved.
For her bio.
Yeah, I want to make sure she's here before we do that, and not you say it and then she's not here yet. We want to make it flow. So when she shows up, then you can if you don't mind.
Well, for that breathing exercise in the beginning, that was very helpful for someone who has trouble breathing through both nostrils at occasions, which is me. So I love doing the startup exercises with Miss Nawili. But yes, if anybody has anything to put into today, we would love to hear it. Oh, you're still muted, Nawili.
actually, and I'm so proud of myself that my people in Santa Monica reached out to me yesterday about continuing my Facebook Live classes for 10 weeks. Starting in September, I'll be back on Facebook Live every Tuesday, Thursday.
Yay.
Lord, I wish we would change the time. Howsoever, I's grateful because I's working. I's working and doing something I love and getting paid. So starting the September 11th will be my kickoff class here at the Heidelberg, which will be every Sunday morning in person. It will, Spirit having it, will be every Sunday morning, a yoga class here. And then that Tuesday, that next week.
The time
And
on
not on 9/11, it'll be at 10 o'clock in the morning here on a Sunday.
Okay.
So it'll be 10 to 12. And it's love donation based. And we are looking to have it ongoing. If people would love to do yoga every Sunday morning, I'm willing to serve.
On campus?
Right here at Heidelberg.
On campus, in person?
Yeah, in person. Yes. Yes. And if it, weather being whatever, we'll move to indoors in the gallery space and do yoga. So some of you, like Star and Aduni, you guys know what the gallery space is because we done danced in that space. So yeah, so our guest is getting ready. She says she's like logging in now, so she will be in a moment.
Now, Willie, you said that you didn't like the time for your Facebook Live class.
No.
What time is it?
It's 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, that's
Breaks right into your day. Bam, right into your day.
Yeah. So I, okay.
Appreciate it.
I'm saying, okay, Spirit, divine service, howsoever, you hear me sharing. So yeah, that's it. But I'm so grateful that they are trusting me to continue to share this gift of growing. That's how I feel. So
yeah. I really appreciate that. Because when I don't have you physically, like, not that you're here in my, but I can always, I call it, I said, well, that's all right. I have your avatar. So I can I can go on and, because it's recorded on her Facebook, then I can just pull her up, I don't have to pull on her physically. I can just pull her up and do the exercises and yoga with her. Because, when she explains everything so well, in every moment and what you're expecting, what you can expect to get as a result of doing these particular movements and how it's affecting your body. And I think that that's really, 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 really super important that a person understands what's going on so that we agree with her. We agree. I remember when I had to have the hysterectomy, and when I found a person that could do it without me losing blood, because I was really anemic as a result, and so they would not do the operation because they couldn't control my blood. And when he said that, I'm a master at that because I deal with a lot of it's not Seventh-day Adventists. What's the start with the Jehovah Witness, who do not accept the blood. He had mastered how to cut it off immediately so he can do the work. And so when I came in agreement and told my body, okay, we're safe now, we can go ahead and do this, everything just, it worked together. So it's important that we agree and understand what's happening, even when someone's telling us something or sharing with us. So I see our guest is here. Nawili, do you want the introduction or the song first?
Let's do the song. Yeah. Oh, let's do the introduction.
Okay.
Unmute yourself, beautiful one.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Grand
and
Rising.
She was up late, you guys. So, and she looked so beautiful and she was up working late. So We're grateful. Yes. So feel free to introduce yourself. I kind of told the story of how I met you. And so anything you'd like to share, love your backdrop too. Yeah. We're open.
First of all, hi everyone. My name is Reid. I'm co-owner of Flavorful Creations. And I love this backdrop because my family's Jamaican and I so wish I could be in the islands right now. So this is like my room, my space with my plants and my crystal to kind of just like, if I also turn the camera around, you'll see all the clothes that need to be washed and folded. So it's on the side. So it's
you're frozen. Okay. And we're having just a freeze moment, pause moment.
Small technical difficulty.
Yes.
She's frozen so pretty, like.
You're back. You froze for a moment.
Okay, I'm back now.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. It's like, it's weird. I don't really like talk too much about myself, I guess.
Okay, so our question, I'm going to pose the question we spoke about. It's toot your horn. What do you appreciate? What do you find amazing, wonderful that you would like us to touch and agree and honor you in today? Did she go off?
No, she's here.
There. Yes. So, it's been everything from everything and anything. It's all relative. I shared that I was proud how I dealt with my primary physicians on a health matter yesterday, and how I was cool, calm, and collective. And that is my essence. That is my truth of who I am. And I do that. And I welcome those opportunities because those are the things that grow us. So, and I appreciate that so much about myself. So something like that. You're just open to share, and then maybe we'll have Lillie or Ayana share your bio, since you did send us something, and maybe it's easier we'll read that for you, but we want you to speak.
Okay. Well, first, kudos to you for, taking charge of your health and being forward with your primary physician. My husband and I actually had that conversation yesterday, dealing with the healthcare system. You know your body better than anybody else. I read this quote that we all have little doctors inside of us. So I think that's actually
Yes.
And one thing that I would like to just celebrate myself on is my work ethic. I work hard. Like you said, last night I was at the kitchen. It's just like, sometimes I don't really even think about it because it's just something I have to do. My mom came here from Jamaica. She was an immigrant to this country, and just seeing how much harder she had to work to kind of prove herself in a lot of areas. And that same thing has just been instilled with me, inside of me. I have children. If I don't, if my husband and I, we don't work hard, then what happens? Everything falls apart. But I do want to celebrate myself in that regard. And I don't do that enough, to be very honest, because I'm just like, okay, on to the next thing. Okay, got this done. Cool. On to the next. And it's just not taking that time to celebrate. So definitely say that.
Well, let us honor and celebrate you for being who you are, and all your beauty, and all of your work ethic, and all of your beingness. We applaud you. We love you and appreciate you. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Lillie, would you like to read, or are you in a place to read?
I think we.
Okay, Yana.
Doesn't get to it.
Okay.
Thank you for being here, and we appreciate you very much for being our guest today. Today, Miss Sarah Reid, the co-owner of Flavorful Creations LLC, a bakery in Detroit that she shares with her husband / partner, Mr. Rubin. This business was created as a result of frustrations, economic hardship, and personal loss. Ruben recognized Miss Sarah's talent when, I'm sorry, when it came to baking and encouraged her to turn her talent into a business. This was in 2011. There was no turning back. Sarah's views their success in this business as a variable. I set, well, she says, she set out a goal and in mind and seek to accomplish that goal. Success is remaining in the business. Oh, I'm sorry. For over 10 years, learning from countless mistakes, striving to do better, not stopping, even when things get tough. And I know that because I do business too, and that's very tough. Success is sharing when with people about the sorry, pitfalls and triumphs of business. Their success is how you measure it. We set goals that are obtainable, seek to accomplish them, and give ourselves credit along the way. Sometimes the road to success isn't easy, but altering your perspective can be. We strive to remain creative, fresh, and live I'm sorry, flavorfully. Yes.
I say today, I love that, live flavorful. And I think that's a good mantra for all of us, to live flavorful, because there's living, there's existing, there's surviving. But when you say live flavorful, to me, that's like I'm thriving, I'm moving through it, I'm determined, I will be successful. I will be successful. So I'd like to hear the song that she chose, because it's really, Richard Elliott's one of my favorite. I've seen him many, many times in concert. So yeah, I was really excited when I saw you chose that song. Yes. I mean, have you seen him in concert?
I have not, but I really would like to.
He is very, you know how they say sax players are making love to their saxophone? He the one. Oh yeah. You see, you almost want to say, get a room with that saxophone. Because he is real passionate. I was like, oh, okay, brother. Okay, got you. So can you tell us why you chose that song, or why that speaks to you?
Yeah, and it's when I thought about it, when you had approached me last week about the song, I was like, the very next day that song popped into my head and it was playing at the market. I'm like, it's so true. People make the world go round. The good people, the not so good people, people's quirks, people's oddities, people's good energy. It all makes the world go round. It's what us going.
Ashe today.
Continue to resonate in my spirit, though.
Wow, I love that. Okay, so without further ado.
It's one of the songs I sing. One of the songs I sang when I was doing beauty pageants. In my young days and stuff, that was when I can still see my dress and me turning and all that
stuff. That's one of my favorite songs too.
Yeah.
Ashe today. Oh, wonderful. Wow. Needed that groove. Yes. Yes. Yes.
also love to see the ladies' performance. You said you did that in pageants. I heard you grooving over there. I'd love to see that.
Yes. Hey, I hear opportunity.
Well, I know the Sky wants me to sing that at the Hug Detroit Day when we perform,
Okay.
which is this
Oh,
Sunday. Well, we'll talk about that more.
yeah. Um, so I have so many questions I like. Well, there's so much I'd like to ask her. But tell us how did you get started? I mean, obviously you have a gift of baking. And is it something you've always loved? Were you in the kitchen with your mom when you were younger? I wasn't. I don't like cooking, so you understand why I eat raw a lot. But so what, tell us what was the passion or what, how did you start?
So I started baking when I was 9, so that was quite some time ago. But I baked with would start. We did it old school. We had glass bowl and a wooden spoon, and so that really built up my arm strength. Learned, all those ingredients from scratch. But that was something we enjoyed to do together. And she would always like making chocolate cake, and I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'll do it. For the record, I'm not a fan of chocolate. Sorry.
Me either.
Every now and again, but that's something I always do with my mom. When my grandmother would come and visit from Jamaica, she'd make these dumplings or she'd make like a pie. And then later on, when I got to meet my grandmother on my dad's side, she bakes. So it's like one of those things that I learned, but it's also innate. And then in high school, when my mom bought an electric mixer, you couldn't tell me anything. I'm like, oh, I don't have to like break into a sweat every time I'm stirring. So it was just one of those things. The love of baking was always there. It was relaxing. It brought me joy. Back in 2009, 10, I worked at a homeless shelter, and I would always bring my baked goods in. And when my husband and I got married in 2009, he had gotten laid off of work. So, it was just me working at the homeless shelter, and I'd bring my baked goods in, and I would see my coworkers, they just would dance or just uplift everybody's spirits. And they would ask me like, hey, how much would you charge if I got these cookies from you, if I ordered this cake? I'm like, I don't know. So I talked to my husband about it, and Ruben was like, yeah, why don't we turn this into a business? And it was so many things that had transpired, like I said, just being frustrated with, okay, I have my degree, but I don't make this much money, but I love what I do. And now my husband's looking for a job and it's hard. And, we had just had a miscarriage, and it was just so many things going on. Like, let's turn all of that into a positive. And so I'm very grateful he inspired me to do that. And ever since then, it's like, okay, let's run with it. And then in 2020, at the end of actually 2019, I had just had our second son, and I was like, you know what? I'm a social worker by degree, and I stopped doing that. And I was like, you know what? Let me just focus. Let's go full throttle with Flavorful Creations. We're doing great. Business is picking up. I can spend more time with the boys. I have 2 sons. And then COVID hit. And I was like, great, yay, thanks. Thanks, COVID. So, but we kept going, we kept pushing forward, and here we are. So I'm grateful.
And how'd you guys end up in Eastern Market?
We are a part of a program called Detroit Kitchen Connect. So it helps entrepreneurs, it provides them with a space and different opportunities for shared kitchen spaces. And so that's how I linked up with the Eastern Market, and I started selling there on Sundays. And as a result, this is either my 6th or 7th year. Sundays down at the Eastern Market. And then in 2020, that's when I started doing the Saturday market. So that's how that came about, because of Detroit Kitchen Connect, which is a very good program. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, great information. Love to hear that. So tell us about your products.
Oh my gosh. So my whole spin on the products are gourmet baked goods with a burst of creativity. And I had a customer this past weekend. She's like, well, don't you just do anything plain? Not really. Sorry. Look at my outfit. Even my outfit's not plain. Like just me. So some of my flavorful offerings are rum cakes. Like I said, my family's Jamaican. So I wouldn't be true to the culture if I didn't have the rum cakes. And yes, they do have rum in them because people ask me that often. I'm like, yeah. But again, my beautiful partner, my wonderful husband was like, well, why don't you do vegan desserts? And it was a few other bakers that had encouraged me. I'm like, I don't want to do vegan. Like, who's doing that? Fast forward to today, I'm very glad that I did because not only is there a market for it, but as I started noticing different things with myself and how my body reacts to certain things, doing vegan desserts is the way. So some of them are the vegan zucchini pineapple bread. I do a variety of vegan zucchini bread, vegan cookies. I also do vegan rum cakes as well. I do these wonderful banana breads. Like it's just not a plain banana bread. It has milk chocolate and coconut or white chocolate, coconut and pineapple. So it's just a different spin to everything. And it just adds a little pop of flavor like, oh, those go together. One of my favorites from the vegan lineup is a vegan sweet potato sandwich cookie with a vegan cinnamon buttercream.
I know I can see y'all's faces. Those people, everybody's like, if she don't stop, I'm gonna have a car. I'm gonna go there.
Well, come down to the Easter market on Saturday if you can. Saturday and Sunday, I'll be there.
Yes, and I mean, like she's like her food is so flavorful, like she says, but she always looks so beautiful. She and whoever is working with, I mean, they're bright, their energy just emits out from the booth, and so it draws you. It's beautiful. I mean, besides that zucchini bread, it's really good. Like I said, I'm like always like, I'm gonna have it with tea. It never makes the teapot. It's always like, I'm gonna just put a little piece here. An hour later, I'm gonna read this book, go get another little piece. Yeah. So it's yeah, and it's okay. I don't even want to have self-control with that. I just want to be open to the flavor and the goodness of the moment, the sweetness. So yeah, her products are really, really wonderful. So yeah, what else I want to ask you? So what are some of the other things? I know you have I love your work ethic. You have inspired me, motivate me to like stay focused on some things I've been saying I'm going to do. What I wanted to ask in that respect, what are some of the other things do you have, quote unquote, I don't like to use this word too much, hobbies? It sounds so elementary, but maybe other things you like to do. Do you like to walk? Do you have physical activities you like to participate in or give yourself? I know you have this room that you said it's like with your plants and your crystals. Do you have certain rituals that are like important to your activities of day before you get involved in your activities of daily living? What are some of the things that make you that you enjoy too?
Definitely spending time with my sons, not working the traditional 9 to 5. It's okay for me because I love to spend time with them. They're only young for so long, and I just want them to know that with their parents is one of the safest places. Well, God for sure. And then with their parents, that's one of the safest places that they can be, and they can be open to be themselves. They're loved, they're cared for in that space. And so one things that we do is either every Friday morning or every Monday, we'll start.
Okay, technology is having its way and say.
You're frozen, dear Sarah.
Okay.
There you go.
Am I back?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know what part it cut off on, but
You said every Friday morning or either every Monday morning?
Yes, I do deep stretching with the guys. The guys is inclusive of Ruben. I just lump them all in one category. But I do deep stretching with the guys, and we do deep breathing. And my 6-year-old, who is a 60-year-old, this morning, and he said, "Oh, mommy, we need to do some more deep stretching because I bent down in my back." I'm like, you know what? What are you talking about? No, but it's how he says, "Well, can I lead the deep breathing and the deep stretching?" So I let him lead a portion, and he's so sweet. He'll just say, you know, "Feel the wind on your skin, feel the breeze." And I'm just like, and so it's just things like that, hanging with him, creating those small moments for yourself every single day. I used to be the type of person like, "Oh, I'll just wait, I'll do something nice for myself." But as different things have transpired over the past couple years, I have to do something for myself every day. And one thing I like to do every day is take a nap. Okay.
Yeah, I say today.
I like to take a nap. There's no shame in it. At first, I used to feel so guilty because I'm like, okay, while the kids are sleeping, I could be doing this. No, if you don't rest, if you don't allow that time to just recharge, even if it's 15 minutes,
I
or I
say.
find something on TV or on YouTube to watch that's just funny and I just laugh. It just has to be something every day. I love to shop, but I got to stay out those places right now. I got things to focus on and do. I love to shop and I love to read and just regroup
Mhm.
and recenter. It's so important to me. You know, those are some things that I love to do that are my hobbies.
Beautiful.
I'm such a
So
creative. My mind is like always going. So if I don't take the time to shut it down, I'm gonna be like down the block, out the door.
yes, yes. So what are you? What's on your nightstand? What are you reading now?
Nothing. To be perfectly honest, nothing is on my nightstand. Okay, I can't focus on any extra reading until I complete my social work exam. So that has
Uh,
my goal. So I'm like, the only thing that's on my nightstand are the kids' books that they want to read at night.
okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. And when is your exam to take place? When is it?
I am taking my time because I took it before and I missed it by 8 points and it was devastating. So I'm taking my time. I'm not setting a date. I'm just taking my time.
Yeah.
And when I'm ready, I will know and I will set it and I'm just gonna go and do it.
Yes, and it's already done. You passing it. You know, something to be said about that test taking. Something in me as a young girl said I could pass every test. I remember when I was in 5th grade and I said, I will pass every test. I will pass. So there was an exam. I remember in Los Angeles to be a substitute teacher, you had to take the CBEST test. And then at a point, all the teachers who were teaching had to take it. And I was hearing people say, oh my gosh, you know, the reading, the comp, the this, the that. Oh, I missed it by a certain amount of points. Um, and so I had a friend who had taken it and passed it the first time. And she began to tutor people. And she said, all I'm going to tell you, because you already know you can pass the test, is that's where it begins. And don't listen to the people who said, I missed it by a certain amount of points. Well, in our study, the one study group I went, it was a woman who missed it by a certain amount of points and she had taken it. And then she had taken it 4 or 5 times. And she was already a librarian, but she could not be promoted to head librarian because she did not pass this test. So I listened to her testimony, but I kept saying, there's not if a man made a test or a woman, I can pass that test. That's my attitude. So I took the one study session and I meditated. I did my prayers. I remember because I signed up late to take the test, I ended up having to go to my hometown, which was confirmation that I knew I was going to pass the test. If I had done it in Los Angeles where I was living, but I grew up in Medina, and that's where I had to go to a junior college where I had attended. So I remember the day of the test, I could feel the anxiety and nervousness. And, you know, I had eaten my Wheaties or whatever, my fruit probably that morning. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna pass this test. So I went in, and I remember getting to the reading and no, not the reading and comprehension, but the writing. And it was like the spaces were so small, and I was used to writing so much that I was like, how am I going to answer this question that has like deep meaning to me? And basically it was like, write something about experience that changed your life. So I wrote about the transition of my eldest son at age 8 of childhood leukemia. And basically what I found out after you take the test, they wanted to see that you knew how to start a sentence with a capital, use a period, punctuation correctly. So after I finished the test, people were still there, and I still had all this time. So fast forward, I passed the test the first time. And so what I'm saying all this to say, you got this, and that you have this knowing that you passed it by 8 points. Let that 8 be an infinite moment. That number 8 is infinity, that there's a knowingness now that you got this.
Right.
You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. And like you say, you're taking your time. There's a ease, and there's God's grace that's on it.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Anyone have any questions they'd like to ask our lovely guest? She's so beautiful. You're beautiful in person and on camera. Yeah.
Thank you.
There's a light that emanates from you. That's so beautiful. Yeah. Any questions, you guys, or comments? I know y'all want to know how you can get some of them sweets.
No questions, but I just keep hearing divine time.
I
What I keep
say.
hearing.
Okay, divine
It should
time.
be
I love
fine.
that. Thank you,
Just watch your
Ayana.
thought and just know everything is a divine time.
Yes.
It didn't happen the first time because it wasn't the time.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I just want to know, where in Eastern Market are you?
So on Saturdays at the Easter Market, I'm in Shed 2. So
Okay.
I'm closer to the side where Farmer Frank's and Jose's Tacos are,
Uh-huh.
but still under the shed. And then on Sundays, I'm outside in Shed 4.
Okay.
And that's between Shed 3 and Shed 5. So, yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I just offer you one more thing?
Sure.
Okay. So working hard is an old paradigm. So you don't have to work hard no more. You go I'm suggesting that you work with ease and grace, and you'll get a whole lot more done.
I like that.
Yes. And I understand you saying the work hard, because when you said Jamaican, and all I thought was, I'm Jamaican and I work hard because and Amani, I know you've heard that. And so
Oh my God, I just came from Jamaica.
Okay.
I just came from Jamaica. And when I came back from Jamaica, I was like, oh, I see why they got 50 jobs.
Yeah,
we're going to Jamaica. I really saw, I said, oh, this is why they work so hard. When 75 American dollars equals 10,000 Jamaican dollars, you got to work hard.
Yeah.
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 You have no choice.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So any advice or words of wisdom you give to someone who wants to jumpstart a business or something to do in that food industry?
Yes, I will always credit Miss Monique from Nikki's Ginger Teas. She told me to grow slow, because at one point I just wanted to quit. I'm like, well, this person just came into the business and look, they're already in these stores and they're doing this. And if this person just, and it's like, don't compare yourself to others. One, don't ever compare yourself to others, because what's for you is for you. 2, grow slow. As long as you are growing, there is still growth. There's still opportunities. So grow slow. Don't compare yourself to others, and know what's best for you. You got to listen to your body. I just talked to my son this morning about listening to that inner voice, because that's your spirit telling you, hey, this isn't right, or hey, move forward. Those are the things I would say. Like, know that it's not a get rich quick. You're going to have to put in the time, you're going to have to put in the work, but all of it does pay off. And enjoy it. When we're in the kitchen, we have so much fun. There's good music, there's laughter, or there's a therapy session, or there's a mix of both. There's so much good energy in there. It's just like, have fun with whatever you do, have fun with it.
Yes.
Once it starts to become like a chore and a task and tiresome, it's time to go.
Yes. Excellent advice. Excellent sharing. Yes. And when you were talking about being in the kitchen and the joy and the fun, the therapy and the music, it brought to mind, I think his name is Terry Bryant. He's a vegan chef, and he has a cookbook. And for each of the recipes he has shared, he has a unique piece of music that goes with that recipe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you have not seen his book, yeah, go to the bookstore, check it out. I know his last name is Bryant. I want to say Terry, but yeah, each recipe in one of the cookbooks, he has several. And I think the one is Vegan Soul or something. And the music goes from A to Z. His music that goes with each and every recipe. So, I mean, yeah, music is, and all of that in the kitchen, your laboratory, I call it,
Yeah.
of love. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate your sharing, and you letting this Cali girl come up on you and be like, oh, I love to have you on my show. You know, all excited.
No, I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much for just even considering me. I appreciate it.
Yes. And,
Sarah,
you know,
how old are your sons?
They are 6 and 2.
Oh,
ah,
So it's
yes.
a dull moment. I'm so grateful that they did not burst in here now, because typically when mom is gone, they're like, where is she? What's she doing?
Wow.
that's
Beautiful.
awesome.
Yes, Miss Starr, you would like to share?
Yes, Sarah, I may have missed it. I'm pretty sure I did. Is it you and your husband doing the business?
Yes, I'm more of the face and he does a lot of the behind the scenes. So that's why you won't see him out much. He's real sweet, quiet. He's just like, I'll just stay back here.
Mm,
Okay, so my next question is, and I may have missed this too, but I hope I didn't. I did hear a lot of the things that you have. Which one of you is the creative mind behind all the things that you have, you or your husband?
That would be me. That would be me. And then my team as well. My baby sisters, they're wonderful. They're like, okay. I'm like, okay, I came up with this. What do you think? And then they're like, okay, this is great. What if you added this? Or what if you did like, so it's a whole I can't take credit for every single thing. I do come up with a lot of the stuff, but you know, I have a good team of people around me that I bounce ideas off of. So it's a collective.
oh, beautiful. And how many people are in your team?
So far I have 3. Yeah, 3 beautiful ladies that are on my team that I appreciate so much. But there's been so many people that have come through and went on to other things, and their input, their energies is still so wonderful. Hey, just for coming along, I appreciate it. I always tell people, I'm like, I can't pay you the most, but you'll leave with some of the best desserts.
I'd say, yes, well worth it. Well worth it. Thank you so
Sarah,
much.
what's next for you?
Oh boy, that is,
yeah.
sheesh, there's so much, man, there's so much I want to do. I see myself, you know, doing a show myself. I see books, I see speaking engagements, I see incorporating my therapy a little bit more, because for me, mental health is so very important. So I definitely would like to do more surrounding that. So I put them all before God, and I'm just like, okay, with everything that's transpiring, especially behind the scenes, this is like, okay, Sarah, one foot at a time, one step at a
Yeah.
time. You can't
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but they're all there. So what's next? You know, I had this conversation with my therapist. I'm like, look, can we not talk about what's going to happen in 6 months? Can we at least just talk about 6 weeks?
Yes.
Okay.
Ashe.
She was like,
Ashe.
that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. You know.
Yeah. Yes.
Mhm.
Thank you. Wow. Beautiful. We so appreciate you brightening our morning and allowing us to give what we give and honor you. This has been magnificent. I can't wait to see you Saturday.
Okay.
Come get a feel. So yes.
I have another question.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah. So you're going into, is it social work or therapy that you said?
So I am a social worker, and I do provide therapy. My test is to become a licensed clinical social worker, but I already have my certification as a school social worker. So I'm done with school, done with all that. Just need to pass the test. That's all.
Okay, so when you're excuse me, when you're doing your desserts, do you exercise your therapy side in the midst of making your desserts, like speaking into your desserts for whoever it is that will eat them?
Not in that sense, but I do always try to pray, you know, to just bless my hands and that whoever receives it, you know, will be blessed. And then most importantly, my spirit going in that kitchen. If my spirit is not right, then I will stop, do whatever it is I need to do, get it right before I get in there, because that also plays an important role. Because people can feel that. Like if someone
Yeah.
is angry and cooking your food, you're like, okay, this don't taste the best. It's all right. But it's not necessarily speaking into the food in that way, but I do pray. I do make sure my energy is right before even getting started.
Ashe. Ashe
That's
today.
that's good to know.
So you better get on down there and get your star. Get your blessing.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up a dessert and say, okay, how were you feeling when you made this? No. Which one should I get? I'm kind of
Okay.
sad. Which one of these should I get?
All of them. That's gonna be my answer. All of them.
And so, Miss Lillie, do you have any parting words, or Ayana? Reckon not. I reckon so. Okay. Well, thank you, my Elizabeth, growing, glowing, rising, and it has again been my pleasure to be here and be a part of this. And thank you, Sarah, so much. I love you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yes, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
If
Thank you.
everybody could unmute and thank her, we could give her a clap or send her
Thank
love.
you. Awesome.
Words.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. Thank you and see you soon.
Yes.
And ladies, tomorrow, no, forget the date. What happened? Did I hit something?
No, I think that's Lily's background.
Oh,
Yeah, that's her background music there.
so tomorrow, we will have Claudette Faison, and she's a ball of energy, a ball of wonderful work that she has done with sisters in particular. And so I want to invite you all to come back tomorrow. That being said,
Thank you. Give
Okay,
ourselves
Star. Hit me up
hug.
with some energy in the morning. Make sure I get up.
Yes. Big
Send
Okay.
some
hug.
energy to me.
Hug.
Saying, Almighty, wake up. I'll get up.
Thank you. Thank you. Send them
Love
out
you
to the
guys.
world.
Yes. All right.
And
Woo, yes.
Give
oh,
yourself some
Mother
love.
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you, thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
All
And we
right, come on,
appreciate
Sarah.
you all so much.
Give yourself some love, Sarah.
Give
Everybody.
yourself some love.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sarah, yep,
Oh,
go and give
yes.
yourself
And,
some love.
and give the
Yeah.
world some love because they need it.
Yes, yes, yes.
We
Yes.
all need it. Have a wonderful day and a
Oh, it
wonderful
is.
life.
All right.
Okay,
See
people, it's
y'all.
a
Tanya, I
beautiful
see
day to have
you.
a beautiful day.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Hey, see y'all tomorrow. Bye.
See
Bye.
y'all. Peace.
Peace.